For our project on the elements of art, you're going to copy your symbol, whichever kind of symbol you choose to draw. I chose a skull, but it doesn't have to be a skull, obviously. You can use any basic symbol or design, and you're going to use that ebony transfer technique, and you're going to make 7 copies of your drawing. The reason is each one of your copies is going to then become one of the elements of art. So for example, this one, I traced over it and I added lines to it, thick lines, thin lines, wavy lines, zigzag lines, etc., to create a line design based skull. With this one, I made a color one, and it is based on complementary colors. Blue and orange are complementary. They're across from each other on the color wheel. So I put orange behind it and I shaded my skull in blue. This one is shape. I used shapes all over my skull and then put some shapes around it to represent shape. With texture, I created an implied texture on my skull to make it look like a cactus. Value, I simply shaded it, making sure I get highlights, shadows, and midtones. With form is a 3D shape, so I tried to make these into slices that you could tell were 3-dimensional of the skull. And then the last one is space. And space is to imply things that are close to you and things that are far away. So my skull is in the foreground, my tombstone is in the middle ground, and my tree and the mountains are in the background or in the distance. So how are you going to design your elements of art, and what symbol are you going to use? Make sure you use the ebony transfer or graphite transfer to put your symbols all over one sheet of paper in whatever composition you would like to. And notice I did have to go in and change how my skull looked here and how it looked here and even how it looked here, but I used that base traced form to kind of build from. So I look forward to seeing what you guys create with this and how you interpret the 7 elements of art.